Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch. I hope everybody had a very nice New Year's Eve. I hope that the start of the new year has been wonderful for everybody. I know we're going into some crazy times, and I think we should just be grateful for every day that we're given here on this planet. I wanted to go over something. I was reading the news early this morning. I woke up about 4 and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was reading some of the headline news, like always something to entertain you. But this one was kind of interesting, and I'll just read it. I won't read it all, then I'll just kind of summarize it. So it's out of Canada, New Brunswick. Some of you may have heard this already, but if you haven't, I'll link the articles down in the description box. It says, whistleblower warns baffling illness affects growing number of young adults in Canadian province. Whistleblower in the Canadian province of New Brunswick has warned that a progressive neurological illness that has baffled experts appears to be affecting a growing number of young people and causing swift cognitive decline among some of the afflicted. And then it goes on to tell you, now take into consideration that these people are young and they're completely healthy. They don't know what's going on, right? One suspect case involved a man who was developing symptoms of dementia, and his wife, who was the caregiver, suddenly began losing sleep and experiencing muscle wasting, which is atrophy of the muscle, dementia, and hallucinations. Now her condition is worse than his. All right, that's one woman. A woman in her 30s was described as a nonverbal, is feeding with a tube, and drools excessively. Her caregiver, a nursing student in her 20s, also recently started showing symptoms of neurological decline. And that's getting depressing, so we're just going to leave it there. But isn't that kind of strange? Healthcare workers, and we all know that healthcare workers have to take the... I'm wondering if this could possibly be a side effect from, right, kind of critical thinking, think outside the box, since we don't really know the long-term effects that this is going to have on people, because basically we're in the trial studies. Human beings are the guinea pigs at this point, because it was so pushed and rushed. Then another article that I caught, let me just pull it up. Okay, so the second article is on Goldman Sachs, and the company that I work for has done a lot of business with Goldman Sachs. But it's basically, I'll just link it down below, but it basically says Goldman Sachs' latest Wall Street bank to abandon return to office plans as Omicron surge worsens. Everybody has said, from doctors to scientists, that it's no more than a cold, all right? So they're pushing back going into work. All last year of the crisis, I was working from home office. If you recall when this whole thing started, that children were not affected. Oh, but now children are affected. And so now they have to have this stuff in them, right? And I am thankful I do not have little children in school to be going through this. Like, oh my gosh. Anywho, enough doom and gloom on that, right? It's super depressing. It's only going to get worse, in my opinion. I'm so optimistic. I look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. But I just can't sit here and say, because I live in reality, that 2022 is going to be a good year. Now, I hope I'm wrong. Like, I hope I'm wrong. Like, really. We can hope that the Supreme Court overturns all these healthcare worker mandates on the 6th, I believe. They're scheduled to hear that. So, I was out on a hike today and got some great exercise in. Eat right, exercise, take care of your body, it'll take care of you, right? I put my trust in God that He designed our body, our immune system, far superior to what any scientist can create in the lab. I'm sorry if If you don't agree with me about science, I understand. This is just my point of view, and I'm not trying to put it onto other people. I'm just saying, for me, this is how I feel. So get fresh air, get sunlight, move your body, don't stagnate. Just my 2 cents. So I did go because I have a BB gun, I have a pellet gun, pellet rifles, and I picked up some more from the sporting store. So they pull these up. I get a lot because they're fun. So I did got the daisies. How many is in this one? I think 6,000 is in this one. Yeah. Put it over here. So I got daisy BBs 6,000 count, and then this one's the daisies 2,400 count. So I bought 2 of those. And then I have another one of the 24. I got the Ruger Super Point pellets. These ones are actually really good. And then I got the Premiers. There is 250 of those. Good things to have. BB guns are great. Pellet guns are great. You can actually use them to ward off, you know, like animals. You can actually use them to hunt small game. A 22 for that. But they do work. Pellets do work. They have some pellets that actually will penetrate through a car door. So you can use that for hunting and save your ammunition is my point I'm trying to get at. I lost my train of thought, sorry. Stacking metals of all kinds. Like this stuff here, okay? You need to be keeping that, otherwise it's not going to keep your prep safe. Big thing on gold and silver. So you need to be getting some of this stuff, okay? And you need to be getting some of the ammunition. This stuff right here is the last stuff you need to be stacking or getting for your preps. So in my last video, I had a link. It wasn't a sponsored or affiliate link. I had the link for the Augustin Farms pancake mix because it was $7.32, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And I checked again last night because this came right after the holidays, right after Christmas. So this is the one here. But this stuff is good for 10 years. There's 32 servings, and you're gonna want to eat more than rice and beans and soup and chili if, you know, SHTF happens, you know. You want to eat stuff you like. You want to eat as close to normal as you can, healthy stuff. We don't know how long, you know, things can get bad. So just being prepared is your #1 hedge against what is to come. Because really nobody knows right now. Definitely a housing crash is coming. We know that. The financial collapse, I am pretty certain on, because the dollar is losing its purchasing power pretty much on a daily. That's why a lot of the goods are going up on top of inflation. Turkey's in hyperinflation right now. So yeah, there's a lot of scary times that are coming our way, and it's best to get prepared now. Every day that we're given here, take it to your advantage. Don't let grass grow under your feet. Move your high knees and start prepping. Get water, get food, get medical, you know, get ammunition, get a firearm if you don't have one. I do know, if you can imagine this work, I mean, there's a handful of states that basically you cannot own a BB or a pellet gun. Like, I always think of the movie The Christmas Story. Is anyone familiar with that movie? I just love it. The one where the little boy is wanting the Red Ryder BB gun, and his dad and Santa tells him, "You'll shoot your eye out." I mean, kids have had BB guns since I played with BB guns. I think every kid at one point has played with the BB gun, and they're telling certain states that they're just banned completely. Insanity. I am so grateful that I was a child when I was a child, because I feel so sorry for children these days, like what they're growing up in and what their future is going to be. So if you're an adult right now, you are blessed, you know, like really, because what these little kids are going through, it's very, very sad. It's very tragic. Anywho, I'm gonna stop rambling there, but I did check on this pancake mix from Amazon, and it went back up, unfortunately, to $18 and some change. So I bought 3 more just to add. And make sure you're rotating your preps. You know, use the old stuff and then replace it with the new stuff. Use a Sharpie, mark a date. We all know this. It's not rocket science by any stretch of the means. You know, it's never too late to start prepping. It's never ever too late. It's only too late when we can't go to the store and buy the stuff. So I'm going to get out of these clothes because I was on an hour-ish hike. It was pretty warm and I got a lot of good exercise in. I got some sunlight, some vitamin D, and that is going to keep your immunity strong. So I would like to take this time to do some shout outs that to some of my favorite channels that I enjoy watching. And it is Revert to Means. He is a well-spoken, highly intelligent businessman, and he gives great financial advice of what's going on in the economy. Is a new channel that I really enjoy watching. She is the sweetest lady, and her name is Stock Prepping. She is just amazing. She talks so much about prepping. She gives really great advice. If you're not already following them, to go ahead and check their channels out. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their weekend. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and until next time, take care.